Welcome to the GSD Safety and Pestage Solutions Testimonial. In this video, you'll discover how two industry leaders came together to redefine workplace safety. Pestage Solutions, known for their innovative approach and commitment to excellence, partnered with GSD safety experts in cutting-edge safety management solutions to tackle real-world challenges head-on. Join Rob McDonald from GSD Safety and Justin from Prestige Solutions as they share their first-hand experience, discussing the challenges they faced, the solutions implemented, and the transformative results achieved.
How you going, Rob?
Good, thanks, Justin. Thanks for catching up.
Thanks.
I guess a little bit about who you are and what you do is probably a good intro at this point in time.
Justin Herbert. I run a pest control business in Sydney. We cover the Sydney metropolitan area and other parts of New South Wales, bits and pieces. I've been doing over 30 years now. Business Prestige Solutions has been nearly 20 years. 20 years at the end of this year, 2025. So
Cool.
it's a big milestone. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's a good one to celebrate.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So sort of how big or the size of the team?
We've got, I think, it's 8 to 9 vehicles on the road. I think all our staff up to there's about 13, 14 people altogether.
Right.
I think they still call it a small business, but we think it's quite large.
Yeah. Well, for the industry, it's a good size.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
You might not be the biggest in Australia, but you're decent size in Sydney, which is a good indicator of size.
No, it's good. It's good. Yeah.
So I guess our introduction was a while ago now. Probably nearly 12 months.
Yeah, maybe just over even.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And sort of, how did all that come about from your point of view?
Well, I think safety was the number one concern. How we could improve our safety across our work sites, our workforce, our team. We looked into upgrading our safety to the 5 ticks, and how we're going to get to there. There was a big grey area of what we were doing as in SWIMs, JSAs, and our reporting and documentation to what was actually necessary.
Cool. So when you talk about 5 ticks and moving forward, so you're looking for an ISO level?
Yes.
Accreditation level, so
That's right.
shows to your clients or whatever that you wanted to show that you are looking after your team.
That's right.
Doing the best that you can.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looking up to the size
So
per out the
priority.
team. Yeah. So it was a number one concern, I think, across what we do. We do a lot of, some wouldn't say high risk stuff, but some of the stuff is high risk, some of it's low risk. But I think across the board we needed to make it a lot safer. So yeah, we've got GSD,
Cool.
Rob, with
Yep.
Safety Robin,
Yep.
to help us out.
Yeah, we were introduced originally, I think, from the phone call that we had was through SO Global.
Yes, it was.
So they introduced us together,
Yep.
basically to say, how can we help you? And so we came along,
Yes.
had a look at your processes and went, okay, I think there's a few things that we could probably have a look at here
Just a
before
couple
you
of
go for
things.
accreditation.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, that was a journey for us too.
Yes.
So from what we did in the beginning, we did a review of your systems, processes, and how your business is running, and we found some areas where continuous improvement, you're on a journey.
Yes.
However, there was some, on the traffic light systems, I guess there was some areas that were more red than green,
Yes.
is a way to put it.
Yeah. I just
And-
highlighted that. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, so that decision then to move forward and do this journey, that's a big decision.
Big decision. It was a decision that wasn't taken sort of lightly either. I think it was something that we really wanted to do, and I think we really had to do, and just sort of wanted to get started. And I think at the start it was very, what's the word, daunting. It was very, after seeing all the different areas that we had to improve what we did, it was such a learning curve. I think from the very start, I think our team here was slowly worked through it all, and I think, as we've talked about, we've had many, many, many light bulb moments where we've had to actually work out what we were doing and what we should have been doing and how we can do it better.
Yeah.
And I think creating these different steps and documenting and reviewing and all that now, I think it's all sort of coming together. And as a team as well, it's taking it on board yourself and presenting it to the team and getting the team to do the things that you need and we all need to do is one thing. But yeah, I think we're coming along.
So it was a good 12 months that we've sort of worked on that across the period of time to get from where you were with lots of reds. And I think we presented a couple of months ago where you were higher in your red traffic lights to now a lot of greens and a few ambers still.
Yes.
It's always, I mean, you can't be 100% all the time, but at least now. So what happened over the period just before Christmas and after Christmas?
Well, yeah, we SIO Global. Well, Rob got us prepared and ready for our auditing procedures. It was 2 days of auditing. We thought we were ready, but you just never knew. We just never knew. It was our first audit, and we had gone through so much in the 9 to 12 months before that it was just, I think it was playing our minds that I think maybe we're not good enough and stuff like that. So I think once the auditors come in, they made us feel comfortable for starters. That was a good thing. And once we were going through step by step with the questions they had and the audits team sort of conversations that we had, we sort of were more and more comfortable. We got them on site. We took them around the warehouse. We answered all the questions as best as possible, showed them all our documentation and reviewing and that. Yeah. There was a few things that we had to just update that we sort of had there, but we weren't documenting it the right method or the right way, which we've now fixed up. And and then we got to January and we got the all approval, the ticks.
Great. So SO Global signed off and you got the certificate to say, yep, well done. So
that's right.
We got you on that journey. So I guess through that period of when doing the audit and everything, GST Safety was there to support through myself and that sort of process. And it was an in-depth review of your business and, opening up what work we had done. I guess that was a main piece also, is getting all that evidence. That was the hardest piece.
Yes.
Putting a system in is one thing, but having all that evidence and saying, yes, we do it.
Yes.
Was the other side that you had to show and prove by going out to the sites and seeing you guys implement into the field.
That's right.
Was one of the biggest things. So that was something that I think SO Global were quite pleased about.
Yes.
And that was a big tick for you guys.
Yes. And I think we've gone from, if we had to put it on a graph, we've gone from what we thought were good to exceptional. There was a big gap between what we thought we're doing right to what we actually should have been doing right. And now we've realised, and look, I think every business needs it. I think every business needs a consultation at least just to be pointed in the right direction to start with, and just so they can realise that, hold on, maybe you're not doing everything correctly. Yeah. Maybe you can improve. And I think everyone can improve. It doesn't matter what you're doing.
Yeah. So you'd recommend a sort of a process of consultant to come in, as GST Safety or somebody come in and just have a look at that review process and go, where do you sit?
Where do you sit?
I mean, one of the major things, it wasn't only the ISO accreditation that you sort of highlighted and looked at there that we did with you guys. I guess also, one of our pieces that we do with all of our clients is the WH&S Act as well. So, I know you feel stronger about that now.
Yes, and having you, Rob, at GST Safety, just trying to talk that language as well. When you talk about the Act, you talk about all the guidelines and all the things that you're responsible about, responsible as a director, as a company and stuff like that. It really highlights the real need to improve safety right across the board. Right across the board, from the technicians on the road to the office workers to management themselves, you know, and we've gone real far, you know, and in that 9 to 12 months, you know, it wasn't easy. It definitely wasn't easy.
So you needed the support.
We needed the support, and I don't know how people could do it by themselves. Look, I'm sure there's people out there that properly management-wise can actually do it, but having your help was just, I don't know how we could have done it without you.
Thank you. Yeah,
thanks.
That's great. And I guess, final point there, you were talking about the team, and we talked about team with the ISO accreditation piece. How's the team taken all this on board? I mean, it's not only you guys that have gone through this, it's also your team. So,
it's positive. You know, it just means, you know, we're there to take care of them and the business as well. You know what I mean? It's and I think now we've put so many steps into place that there's things that we used to do that we don't do anymore. And say, no, we've upgraded our work health and safety guidelines, and we are not going to do that anymore. Please, you need to fix this or amend this or do this before we can come back and get the job done properly and safe.
And looking after your team is your priority.
Priority, number one. Yeah, that's right.
Especially when you've got them all around Sydney, or, you know, just out of the basin of Sydney too. So
that's right.
You've got to know where people are, what they're doing, and all that sort of thing, that they're safe.
Correct.
Come home to your families.
Number one.
Yeah,
that's right.
Well, fantastic. Thanks, Justin.
No worries at all.
Appreciate the chat.
Thanks, Rob.
Cheers.